What is this thing? A VHS tape about YouTube? But YouTube came out in 2005, why is there? Whatever, let's just put it in the player.
This is YouTube. YouTube is a video sharing platform. I'm sure you knew that though. What you might not know is that YouTube was started on February 14th, 2005 and was originally planned to be a video-based dating site. This concept was quickly dropped, however, and instead a standard video sharing site was worked on. YouTube was created by Steve Chen, Chad Hurley, and Jod Keerum, 3 former employees of PayPal, surprisingly. The site was in a testing phase until May of 2005, where it then entered a beta phase. At this point, YouTube was already attracting quite a crowd, reaching 30,000 visitors a day. Prior to the launch of the beta, on April 23, 2005, the very first video was uploaded to the site, called Me at the Zoo. This video is still up to this day. On December 15th, 2005, YouTube was officially launched for the public to access. It didn't take long for people to start using the platform, as the site was already hosting 2 million video views a day. By January 2006, the site was seeing over 25 million views, and by summer of 2006, YouTube was hosting more than 100 million videos a day, and that number only continued to grow. With such a high amount of traffic around the site, problems are bound to arise. And arise they quickly did. YouTube constantly found itself needing to purchase more equipment and broadband connectors to ensure site-wide stability. They also had to deal with providing financial resources in the situation of a potential lawsuit, as the site was gaining attention from big-name media companies, as videos were being discovered containing copyrighted material belonging to these companies. With very limited success in earning a profit off of the website, and struggling to find a way to manage its expenses, YouTube started the search for a potential buyer. In 2005, Google had launched its own video service, aptly called Google Video. However, this site failed to generate much traffic at all, and was deemed unreliable for Google to continue working on at the current moment. In October of 2006, Google announced that they had acquired YouTube for $1.65 billion in stock. This deal was finalized on November 13, 2006, which was almost 1 year after YouTube's official launch. Following this acquisition, Google negotiated deals with media companies to allow some copyrighted content on YouTube, while also agreeing to remove completely outright copyrighted files from the site.
The next decade showed promising growth for YouTube as a platform. In March of 2007, YouTube would launch the Partner Program, allowing creators to make a profit off of their content. This increased the amount of YouTubers trying to make an actual profit off of streaming on YouTube alone, and in turn, users creating content on the site. With Google in charge of the company, financial resources were no longer a major concern. In August of 2007, YouTube began rolling out advertising on the platform for the very first time. These advertisements were initially very basic, only being small banners displayed at the bottom of the videos for about 10 to 15 seconds. Pre-roll and mid-roll advertisements would not be added until January of 2009. In March of 2008, 480p, also known as standard definition, was officially supported on the site for the very first time. This quality of video was previously only popular and available on DVD media, so having it readily available on the web was a major improvement. Not long after this, in November of 2009, 720p, also known as high definition, and 1080p, also being known as full high definition, were supported, and 4K, ultra high definition, not long after, being added in July of 2010. However, it would be some time until we see a considerable amount of 4K content on the site. In April of 2011, YouTube Live is launched. This fairly self-explanatory service allowed content creators to stream content live. This is where we start to see more concerts, sports events, and even weddings on the site. With the constant growth of the platform, it was inevitable that some parts of the site would reach an astronomical milestone. And in late 2012, we start to see some do just that. Gangnam Style is the first video on the platform to reach 1 billion views. The site as a whole reached 1 billion unique monthly visitors in March of 2013. In January of 2016, Adele's Hello would be the fastest video to reach 1 billion views, managing to accomplish it in only 88 days. This was a major accomplishment. That's almost 3 months. Nowadays, we tend to see videos hit around and even over 1 billion views very quickly, due to the large amount of users on the site. However, these are almost always music videos. Maybe that will change. Maybe.
With YouTube continuing to remain relevant in society, many possible opportunities for profit arise. With Google, if there is any chance for a profit, it will be taken. In February of 2016, YouTube Premium, or at least how it is today, was launched. Previously, YouTube had a service called YouTube Red, which allowed users to watch select original content, as well as general YouTube content without ads. This was removed in favor of YouTube Premium. This service, as far as we know, will be available for the foreseeable future at a low cost of $11.99, $15.99 if you pay on the iOS app. Yep, the streaming service model is definitely the future as we know it. To add more insult to injury, in October of 2019, YouTube decided to roll out the dreaded 2 ads feature. This addition, as you might assume, plays 2 advertisements before a video, instead of just 1. Plus, one of these advertisements is unskippable. The main reason behind this is due to the so-called ad apocalypse, which was an event where many advertisers were pulling their advertising off the site due to the content that was seen as advertiser unfriendly. This was around the time YouTube would focus more on content aimed towards children. Following the adpocalypse, YouTube would begin to force creators to label videos of theirs that may appeal to children. Starting early 2020, these videos would see a drastic cut in revenue as well as the disabling of comments and playlist integration. These new rules were put into place following a massive fine from COPPA, which forbids the collection of data on users who are under the age of 13. The problem with this system is that many categories of videos fall into this gray area of if they should be marked for kids or not, such as gaming videos, vlogs, or toy reviews. Many creators have been left in the dark about whether or not these content will be acceptable on their platform without a "for kids" tag, which they have reported is frightening to say the least. In the digital entertainment space, it can be hard to seem original. Unfortunately, original does not always make the most money, and so in late 2020, YouTube would launch YouTube Shorts, a direct competition to the content found on popular sites such as TikTok and Instagram. In only about 2 years, YouTube has managed to host over 25 million shorts, and almost 3 million channels are posting them on a frequent basis. Just like TikTok, YouTube Shorts are made up of vertical created videos under 60 seconds in length. As such, they are meant to be viewed on a mobile device, which is where the majority of YouTube users are located. Due to the massive success of short-length vertical-styled videos, many creators have taken advantage of this medium. Due to its low risk, high reward status, the wider your reach, the more chances your brand has to grow. This brings us to the YouTube algorithm, which is also massively affected by YouTube Shorts. You may ask yourself, why is this algorithm important? Well, research shows that a good majority of YouTube users watch content suggested to them by the algorithm, 70% in fact. This system works due to the Google's data collection systems. While the collection of data isn't exactly a good thing, it's hard to avoid in the mostly online society we live in. Plus, since the data collected is about, well, you, it helps find content you would most likely be interested in. That way, you can continue to watch what you like, and the platform as a whole thrives on specific types of content.
Well, That sure wasn't strange. Oh well, back to my— Hey, wait a minute. Why is this a disc now? Wasn't it just— You know what? I'm fine. That's fine. I'm gonna call it quits. I must be tired.